That's right. Live from STS Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas, for Rollin Into Mempho. I'm BT, and there is RynoJB. How the hell are you, Rhino? Welcome back, brother.
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Oh, man, I'm fired up and ready to go. But before we go, let's put over. We had the Record Store on this past Monday. We also had our 10-10-10 Mania on Wednesday show on Wednesday. Go back and listen, guys. Also, on Monday, we have Missa Kate being released on Monday, Chokehold the podcast. And Rhino, before we get started with Rollin Into Mempho, let's talk about your trip to Mania. You had a surprise Uber driver, right?
I had a surprise Uber driver. I was trying to make it to Mania, and my Uber driver, believe it or not, BT, my Uber driver was none other, and this is to go to WrestleMania, was none other than WWE Superstar Lince Dorado. Hey, look, me and Lince, we kicked it for a little minute before heading off to Mania. And if anybody wants to see your boy RynoJB hang out with WWE Superstar Lince Dorado right before night 2 of WrestleMania, check out youtube.com/RynoJB. You'll see it all. You'll see it all right there.
I just got a quick question. How'd y'all become friends? Tell everyone how y'all become friends.
You know, Lince and I, we became friends through Twitch TV. He came through my channel one day, and it was just an instant click right there. We did a donation drive for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Wow.
We raised over $1,000, the two of us, and it was for a week. It was just for 1 week, and it was kind of spontaneous. We just did it, and we felt this energy when him and I linked up on Twitch. We felt this energy that we were doing something with the wrestling games and wrestling fans that really felt like, man, in this nature, in this format, hasn't been done before. So we wanted to capitalize off of that. And we did that by raising money for St. Jude and the great people of Twitch TV, the viewers of Twitch, from the Lucha Lit station, that's Lince's network, and the Players Club, that's mine. We came together and we were able to make something beautiful happen. And we've been friends ever since. It's been almost a little over a year now, but right there for WrestleMania was the first time that we met face to face, and not just on the interweb. So that was great.
Really awesome. It's and here's what I want to know. This is WWE. Listen up. Y'all always fuss about these guys that do not speak English very well. And that's the reason they're not getting pushes. This guy came in. He's perfect English, absolutely perfect English. I mean,
better than me.
Yes. I was like, why have you not gave this guy the microphone? This is a guy to talk. Excited about that. I want y'all to go to YouTube and watch it. Really cool. I watched it this morning. I seen the pictures up on the Instagram, and I was like, what? That ain't really him. I was just giving you hell, you know. I told my wife, I said, he don't know this, but that's not really him. And then I went and I watched the video, and I had a real good time with the video. And there's your girlfriend in there. She makes an appearance.
Yeah, she sure does.
But yeah. Awesome. All right, guys, if you haven't listened to us before, we do this in a roundtable format. We do hits, misses. What are you looking forward to next week? And also MVP and thumbs up, thumbs down. So let's get it started. How about the hits for you this week, Rhino?
Man, the hits for me. I told you beforehand that I had 2. I got 3 hits for you. My first hit is going to have to be what was for me. I don't know if they said anything about this last week as I was missing, but I love that the Heritage Championship, I got a good look at that bad boy right there. We kicked off the show with that, which really set the bar, in my opinion, for the show as a whole. That Heritage Championship was a hit. I love the way that it looks. I want someone to win that. I want somebody to add prestige to it. Another hit for me, the tag team scene. Got to give it up. I'm telling you, I'm becoming more and more of a fan of the Young Goats. You're not seeing another tag team like them. They come through with power. They come through with athleticism. They come through with the presence and charisma as well. And also, I got to give it to DJ Brown and Action Jackson this week as a hit. Those guys can move in that ring. But I got to ask you, BT, what's up with the Camelback? What's my man actually? He's staying hydrated. What's in the Camelback? Is it Gatorade, Powerade? I need to know. I need some answers.
Let me say something. I mean, just tell you right now. Now, I was backstage one time, and Derek King had one of those, and well, let's just say it wasn't Gatorade. Okay, I
ain't water.
I don't know what is in Action Jackson. Let me tell you my hits. Chanel's punches. God, those punches in the quarter.
The combo.
So good. Also with you, I love the push for the Heritage Championship. They also, the very first few minutes of Memphis wrestling, we talked about the Grind City Rumble and talked about Memphis history and how Memphis history was going to be Memphis wrestling, and this is the next stage of Memphis wrestling. Absolutely love that. Maria had still some funny stuff. Don't tell your age, talking to Dustin. And also tit for tat is what Dustin said. And she said, can you say that on television? Really
she loves her sushi as well.
Yeah. Something that Dustin, and I don't know if he's done this in the past, but he added something. I believe it was during the Mike Anthony match. Mike Anthony did something to Lions, and he said, yeah, I had that happen to me one time, and I lost a feeling in my hands. Do you know how I really think that is so important for him to do things like that? Because he's sitting there with the experience, and he can tell the viewer that the moves actually hurt. Also with you, DJ Brown and Action Jackson, and the tag team match, perfect psychology. I want to thank Aaron Roberts for a real hot tag. And let me say something. I've been putting over the Young Goats. I've been putting over the Crowleys. Man, I don't know. These Skimmerhorns they're damn good.
I said it. I said it. The Skimmerhorns are good. The tag team scene, and you said it right there. The Young Goats, the Skimmerhorns, and the Crowleys. I am huge fans of this young. They can go.
Yep. Very much so. So what about misses for this week?
Man, for me, misses, I got it. First miss I want to talk about the women. The women's match here this week was a miss for me. We saw Smoking Hot Nikki Lanes versus Queen Caitlin. And with these two, in my opinion, are the two best regularly that we're going to be seeing. I'm hoping that their chemistry builds up with each other in the ring. There was a few spots that I felt like were, like you mentioned beforehand, the hesitation. I noticed a little bit of that this week, especially with that women's match right there. I want to see more of a chemistry. I want to see more fire. I want to see, we're watching wrestling. I want to see more impact. I don't want them to be soft with each other. I want them to go at it. What I'm feeling like, a lot of people are getting on AEW's women's division saying that they were going a little soft. I would compare these two women's divisions to each other, as I would like to see more of an NXT style women's division with the CW here. My other miss is going to have to be Special Ed. Now, shout out to McMahon Enterprises. I know he's looking for whoever he can get. Holler at your boy if you need to. But the Special Ed thing, it's a miss for me, dog.
Super Ed. Come on. Super Ed. Don't call him Special Ed.
I thought it was Special Ed. Excuse me. I thought they said Special Ed. I thought I heard Special Ed.
That used to be the gimmick, but it is called Super Ed.
Oh, okay. So now it's called Super.
Still, not. We said something about that last time.
Super Ed, Special Ed. Suspicious Ed. I ain't feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I need something else going on for Ed, and I need something else going on for McMahon Enterprises. Now, I'll tell you this, with McMahon Enterprises, I'm intrigued. Who is he going to get to be a part of his thing thizzle, if you will? I think he should be looking at the Young Goats, if you ask me. I think if you put the Young Goats with Mr. McMahon right there, man, you got something worth looking at right there. But also, another miss for me was Bret Michaels winning that main event. It was a miss for me, dog, and I'll tell you why. We started off this thing with the Heritage Championship, correct? Right. I think the last time that I was doing the podcast, I wanted to know what was next for Bret Michaels. I missed last week. But the match that we saw this week, I feel like should have happened last week. So I got to go back and watch what happened last week with Bret Michaels. But with this match, my man defeated two men at once, Johnny Dixon and Alan Steele. But I've got to say, with Alan Steele and Johnny Dixon, they've been working as a tag team since they came through the door. I want to see them in the tag team scene. But if they can't take out Bret Michaels, if they can't take out one man, I don't know how they're going to do in the tag team scene, let alone singles competition. Now, these are two guys, Alan Steele, Johnny Dixon. I want to see more from them. But are we going to see more tag team? Are we going to see more singles? Will they stick together? Will they split? Will they find something to help them win matches, not just jump people from behind? And for me, those are my misses.
All right. Hey, I actually like the end of that. And I'm going to have to go back and watch the end of that match. I don't think the legal man was pinned. I may be wrong. But I don't think the legal man was pinned. Misses, God, these are two really pick misses because picky misses because I really, really like this show. Get Action Jackson a microphone, a live microphone. Let him do his spiel, Action Jackson kind of thing. Let him do that so we can hear it. Also, by the way, I said picky, but DK, Derek the King, all right? He comes out. And Austin Lane is actually dressed better than him. What the hell? He's a king. He's supposed to be Derek the King, and you got Austin Lane out dressing him. He was just in a polo and a pair of jeans, and a king don't wear a polo and a pair of jeans, guys. Come on. You got to dress him up a little bit more than that if he's going to play the part of the king. So, like I said, picky, but that was my misses. All right, MVP, who do you give it to?
I'm giving it to the Young Goats. I want to see more from the Young Goats. Have done a great job of me seeing them multiple times. I think this was my third time seeing them on Championship Wrestling. And they have me wanting to see more. We saw that moonsault from Zay Washington. We saw 450s from him prior. And then we saw Aaron Roberts even step up to Humongous that 1 week. I want to know, what else does the Young Goats, what else do they have up their sleeve? This week, they're my MVP.
All right. MVP, I'm going the opposite of what you said. Alan Steele and Johnny Dotson, buddy, they are my guys. I love what they did. They both look really good in the ring. Almost a perfect match with Bret Michaels because remember, as you said, two guys going against one guy. If you watch really closely, they're always taking the advantage and always in. And Bret Michaels makes that little bit of comeback. Then he's cut off. Then we tag in. Johnny had a couple of really funny spots where Michaels threw him way up in the air, which I thought was really funny. Long time since I've seen Dotson wrestle. He still got it, guys. That sidekick, everything. He looked really smooth. And I'll go back to say, I think the wrong guy was pinned, but Dotson took the perfect clothesline. That was the best one that Bret has given, but he bumped perfect. So my two MVPs, Alan Steele and Johnny Dotson. So, hey, man, what you look forward to next week?
Shoot, with our two MVPs, I'm looking forward to a little tag team action between Johnny Dotson and Alan Steele versus the Young Goats. Make it happen. I'll tell you this. After losing that handicap match, if Alan Steele and Johnny Dotson can beat the Young Goats, if it ever happens, ever, I owe you $1, my friend. I owe you $1.
There we go. Looking forward to next week. Well, hey, this is what I want to see. For some reason, I thought this was going to be a mixed tag team match this week. I thought it was going to be the Queen and the King against the Lanes, and it was not. It was a singles match. So I'm looking forward to either a mixed tag, and I put this over big time last week, but if you put Austin Lane and Derek King in the ring, I know you haven't ever seen them, but I've seen those guys live against each other. That would be the best match we've seen on television. If they put it on TV and they give them the time, it'll be the best match we've seen on Memphis wrestling so far.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you one question before we go. Do you think that it's possible that we could be leading up to a big event, very like pay-per-view style-esque, where we do see that mixed match? Because I'm shocked that we didn't see it too, but it seems like that's what we're building up for.
I I don't know the direction. Here's something I said on Twitter this week. Actually, yesterday, I think. They kayfabe me. They do not tell me what's going on for apparent reason. Number one, there's no sense of telling me since I won't get that reaction. I want the reaction just like the fans get. Right. So I asked them, and when I used to travel to matches and I was reporting the matches for my website, if they were going over finishes, I'd step out of the dressing room and go back to the crowd because I want to see what the crowd and what they're doing. This is a match that could build for a big, quote unquote pay-per-view, but it's also a match that could get you a main event on television. Now, the big news and the big thing they're building right now for, as you can see, it's going to be that Grind City Rumble. Now, I don't know how many weeks. No, they said the 12th. So we're looking May the 12th. Is that when we'll see the Rumble and we'll have the Heritage Championship?
Oh, wow.
So we're going to have the first champion introduced, and it'll be exciting to see, who are they going to put over as a champ when you got guys like Alan Steele, Johnny Dotson, Brett Michaels, I've even put the Young Goats over to the extent that I don't think it's time to do that, but those two guys could be singles wrestlers also. Aaron Roberts is a huge guy, comes across really smooth in the ring, does things that big guys don't do. But wrestling fans love that right now. They want to see a big guy do some fast moves. And I'll keep talking about Zay Washington. You put them over big time this week, but I think he's so smooth. Aaron Roberts actually looked better than Zay this week. So that's a hell of a good team right there. So what am I looking forward to is them building, like I said, for that mixed tag match or a singles match between them two. Thumbs up or thumbs down? You know what my answer is. So what's your answer?
I'm going to give this show a thumbs up. I'm intrigued for next week. I'm intrigued for the future of this brand. I'm intrigued for the wrestlers of this brand. I want to know what happens next. So thumbs up from me.
Big thumbs up for me, and it all started at the very start of the show. CC Chanel, Amber Rodriguez, a really good match. Some of the stuff, I'm with you with Super Ed. I'm just not sold on Super Ed. Mike Anthony, what a stud. Mike Anthony's a stud. Great match with Action Jackson, DJ Brown. The girls, see, I disagree with you there. The girls just did what they needed to do because we didn't want to give everybody as much. Because I think they're building for that mixed tag. They didn't want to give everybody the whole thing. I like
talk about Queen Caitlin and Nikki Lane's there.
Yeah. They're waiting for the mixed tag or something. And then you're looking at Young Goats and Skimming Horns. Really good match. And the main event was fun too. So yeah, huge thumbs up this week. Hey man, put over your stuff and we'll get out of here.
Catch me on twitch.tv/RynoJB Monday through Sunday at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes, that's right. He said 7 a.m. I jumped in there. It seems like every Friday I jump in there, and he's having a freaking party every day at 8 a.m. on Friday morning. What the hell, man? Go ahead.
Yo, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, twitch.tv/RynoJB. Come join the party. Join me. Join BT. Join the rest of the wrestling fans on Twitch TV as we just throw down in an insane manner. Interactive Wrestling League. There's a lot of rules and regulations. Check it out when you see Twitch. But also, you can find out more information on simply RynoJB.com. That's where you can find your boy.
All right, same bad time, same bad channel on the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there, and as Rhino knows, I love my mama.
She's straight.
The heritage of Memphis wrestling runs thick. The memories of epic showdowns will live forever in our minds and in our hearts. We've had champions from all walks of life, from royalty to stars that were super. The action was always hot stuff. And now, it's time to connect the past with the present and charge into the future. It's time to write the next chapter in Memphis wrestling. Championship Wrestling from Memphis proudly introduces the championship that embodies a tradition like no other. This is the Memphis Heritage Championship, and the first title holder will be determined in an open invitation over the top rope Grind City Rumble. It's simple. Every man and woman for themselves. Who's gonna carry the torch that lights the future